Mid-May 1981, three things happened in the same week. The first was that the Pope was shot. The second was that I turned 20 years old. And the third was that I was inducted into the IDF. It was not a very glorious service. I was selected to go to a special training course. I am an IDF trained gardener. I was so small that when we had shooting practice and we put the guns on automatic, my officer would stand behind me and hold my waist so that I wouldn't spin around and kill everybody. Once, when we were in formation, I said to a senior commanding officer, "I have a question, stupid," instead of "I have a stupid question." And this was a problem because everyone around me had to stand at attention and not laugh as I just called our senior commanding officer stupid. And so essentially I was a mascot. And I did end up, a week before I finished my service, in field exercises outside Kibbutz Lochamei Ghettoot. Now, Kibbutz Lochamei Ghettoot was formed by people who survived the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising, and every year on Yom HaShoah they had a special ceremony. And somebody I was serving with, her grandmother lived there, and so we got tickets to go to this special ceremony. And I got all dressed up, mascot that I was, and I went to the ceremony, and there was musical acts and there was speeches, and then this little tiny woman got up and she said the most remarkable thing I've ever heard. She said she was actually very grateful for being born when and where and who she was, because history handed her something really important to do with her life. I felt for the first time in my life that I was really part of something bigger than myself and something important. And when we stood up to sing Hatikva, that really meant something very different. So that was the end of my Army service. The next week I got out and I went back home. Only home was a kibbutz on the Lebanese border. And in a few weeks, what we now call the First Lebanese War began. And history handed me something important to do with my life. End of my story.